Have you ever paused amid the chaos of daily life, truly looked around and asked yourself, who am I living this life for? What is it all for? Life isn't just a straight path. It's a journey woven with lessons, surprises, and yes, moments of profound realization. When you reach your 70s or even approach them, a powerful shift often happens. You might look back and ask yourself why you chase so many things that now feel hollow. The goals you once thought were your purpose, the achievements you poured your heart and energy into, may no longer hold the same meaning. In our younger years, it's easy to get caught up in a relentless race. A race to prove we're worthy, to accumulate wealth, to meet expectations, and to earn the approval of others. It's a race that feels so urgent, so necessary. But one day, life has a way of stopping us in our tracks. It doesn't tap us gently on the shoulder, it hits hard, like a wake-up call we never expected. And in that moment, we're faced with a simple truth. Many of the things we chased don't define who we are or bring us real happiness. So today I want to invite you to pause with me, not just to reflect, but to dig deep and ask some hard questions. What are the things we're holding on to that no longer serve us? What are the burdens we need to release so we can truly embrace the beauty of life in its later stages? Because here's the thing. If we don't let go of the meaningless weight we carry, we won't have the space or the energy to enjoy the small, precious joys that still lie ahead. This message isn't for those who want to hear comforting, sugar-coated words. It's for those who are ready to face the truth head-on. This is your mirror, a chance to see yourself clearly, to reflect on what matters most, and to take steps toward living a life that feels truly fulfilling. So, are you ready? Ready to explore the things that no longer deserve a place in your heart and mind? Let's begin this journey together and uncover what it means to live a life of meaning, peace, and joy in the years that remain. 1. Living to please others. How many of us have spent years, maybe even decades, living for the approval of others? How many countless hours have you devoted to making sure everything around you looks perfect, just to ensure that others are happy or impressed? The spotless house, the perfectly coordinated outfits, the perfectly planned social gatherings. How often do you feel like all that effort goes unnoticed or worse, is criticized? It's as if we are constantly measuring our worth based on the reactions of those around us. We decorate our lives to please others, but at the end of the day, we often find that the people we've worked so hard for don't even take the time to appreciate what we've done. So, what's the point? Why are we giving so much of ourselves to a world that barely notices? Somewhere along the way, we've been conditioned to believe that our worth comes from external approval, whether it's from friends, family, or society. We've been taught that the way to win is to conform to expectations. But here's the truth. People don't care nearly as much as we think they do. The time and energy we invest in keeping up with these expectations often becomes a drain, leaving us feeling depleted and disconnected from what really matters. At some point in life, especially as we grow older, we need to ask ourselves, who am I really living for? If the answer is for others, it's time to pause and reflect. Is this really the way you want to spend the rest of your life? Chasing after a moving target? Pleasing others at the expense of your own happiness? The most liberating thing you can do at this stage of life is to stop living for everyone else's approval. It's time to start living for you. If you've always wanted to take long walks in the park, but felt too busy or self-conscious to do so, start now. If the sound of old songs brings joy to your soul, turn them on without hesitation. Watch the sunsets as they paint the sky in colors only nature can create. Sit in silence and feel the peace of being present in the moment, without the pressure of anyone else's expectations hanging over you. By letting go of the need to please everyone, you open yourself to a life that's so much more fulfilling. You create space to nurture your own desires, your own peace, your own happiness. And here's the kicker. The people you've been trying so hard to impress, they may not even remember all the things you've done. In fact, they may never notice at all. So, why not invest that energy in yourself? Put yourself first for once. Honor your own needs, dreams, and desires. If the world doesn't see your worth, Let it be. It's not their opinion that should define you. It's your own. This is your life, and only you can choose how to live it. From now on, make it a priority to live for your own happiness. You deserve it. You've spent enough time living for others. Now it's your turn to live for you. 2. Letting go of the obsession with perfection. How many times have you caught yourself saying, "It has to be perfect. The house must look like it belongs on the cover of an interior design magazine. Your clothes must be as flawless as the ones in advertisements." You spend hours trying to hide every wrinkle, every sign of aging on your face, convincing yourself that perfection is the goal. But for what? Does it make you truly happy, or do you find yourself growing more and more exhausted with each passing day? Here's the thing. Perfection is a myth. It's an illusion, a trap that we've created for ourselves. You can spend countless hours making everything just right, but one small shift in the wind, one unexpected moment, and it's all undone. You're back at square one, chasing an ideal that never really existed in the first place. But here's a thought. Why keep chasing something that isn't even real? Why let the shadow of perfection weigh you down and prevent you from living fully? The wrinkles on your face? They're not imperfections. They're a testament to the life you've lived. Each line tells a story of laughter, of tears, of hard-earned wisdom. The scars on your hands? They're proof of the challenges you've faced and overcome. You don't need to hide these marks or try to erase them to fit into someone else's idea of beauty or youth. We're not lifeless statues carved out of marble. We're human beings, beautiful, complex, and unique in every way, and it's our imperfections that make us who we are. So, why keep running from them? Why spend so much time and energy trying to make everything perfect when the most beautiful moments are found in the messiness of life? Let go of the idea that everything needs to be flawless. Instead, allow yourself to enjoy life in its most natural form. Sip your morning coffee without rushing to tidy up the kitchen. Laugh wholeheartedly at a funny moment without worrying about how you look. Take a walk in the park without the pressure to look your best. These are the moments that matter. The ones where you are fully present, fully yourself without the need to impress anyone or live up to some unattainable standard. It's these simple, ordinary moments that make life truly precious. So from today onward, give yourself permission to be imperfect. Because in embracing your true self, flaws and all, you'll find a freedom that perfection could never offer. Trust me, this authentic life you're creating is worth far more than any perfect facade you've been trying to uphold. 3. Letting go of unnecessary possessions. Take a moment. Look around your home. How many things have you accumulated over the years? Items that you don't even use anymore. Decorations that sit on shelves gathering dust. Plates you've saved for a special occasion that never seems to come. Boxes of belongings you've forgotten the contents of stacked up in corners taking up space. We've all done it. We often believe that owning more will lead to a fuller, more meaningful life. But in reality, it's quite the opposite. The more possessions we accumulate, the more time we spend taking care of them. Dusting, cleaning, organizing, and yet, no matter how much stuff we have, the emptiness inside often remains. At some point, the weight of these material things will start to feel like a burden. You'll realize that a house full of possessions can never fill the emptiness in your soul. Happiness isn't in what you buy, collect, or display on your shelves. It's found in the moments you create, in the memories you build. Happiness is in the laughter shared around the dinner table, in the warmth of holding your partner's hand on a quiet evening. It's in the simple pleasure of sitting by a window, watching the rain fall, or listening to the birds sing. These are the things that truly fill us up. So why continue to weigh yourself down with things that don't matter? It's time to be bold. Let go of the clutter, the things that no longer serve you. Donate the items you haven't used in years and allow them to bring joy and value to someone else. Keep only the things that truly matter, the items that hold precious memories and bring true joy. Your life isn't defined by the things you own, it's defined by the way you live, the love you share, and the memories you create. Sometimes living lighter, without the excess baggage of material possessions, is the key to living fully. From today forward, it eats away at your heart, and yet, the irony is striking. While you are trapped in this anger, the person who caused the hurt has probably moved on, forgotten, and continued with their life. So why do we hold on to resentment? Why allow it to keep us chained to the past? Ask yourself, does holding on to this pain make me happy? Does it bring anything positive into my life? The honest answer, I believe, is always no. Resentment only robs us of our peace. It keeps us in a state of perpetual hurt, preventing us from truly moving forward. The truth is, resentment is an invisible prison, and the key to freeing yourself from it has always been in your own hands. Letting go doesn't mean you condone what was done or that you forget the hurt. It doesn't mean you open yourself up to being hurt again. Letting go is about choosing peace over being trapped by your past. It's about giving yourself the freedom to live fully, unburdened by old wounds. Instead of allowing the past to dictate your present, choose to focus on what you can control now. Spend time taking care of yourself, doing the things that nourish your soul. Embrace the beautiful moments life has to offer. Reconnect with the joy that still exists, and most importantly, choose to reconcile with your own heart. Healing starts from within, and it's not about seeking justice from those who hurt you, it's about finding peace within yourself. Life is simply too short to let resentment have any more of your time or energy. Let go, not because the person who wronged you necessarily deserves your forgiveness, but because you deserve peace. You deserve to be free from the chains of anger and hurt. So today I invite you to take a step forward. Try to relax, smile, and let go of that weight you've been carrying. There is so much beauty, love, and goodness waiting for you ahead. Don't let resentment hold you back from living your life fully. Letting go of toxic relationships. Have you ever found yourself dreading certain interactions, knowing that after every conversation you'll feel drained, hurt, or maybe even taken advantage of? These could be friends, family members, or people you've been connected to for years. But let me ask you, do these relationships truly bring me joy, peace, or fulfillment? Or are they just burdens that are slowly pulling me down? A toxic relationship is much like a weed in your garden. It starts small and you might think it's manageable at first, but before you know it, it grows and spreads, draining the life out of the flowers you've worked so hard to nurture. You might try to trim it back to hide the problems, but deep down you know that it's never truly gone. It always comes back, bigger and stronger. And here's the uncomfortable truth. We often hold on to these relationships out of fear of being alone, fear of change, or the hope that somehow things will magically improve. But let's be real for a moment. Most of the time, people who hurt us don't change. They may promise it, they may say the right things, but the pattern repeats. Every day you continue to endure these toxic dynamics is another day you are sacrificing your own peace, your own happiness, and your own well-being. So why keep putting yourself through this? Ask yourself, is this relationship really good for me? Does it add value to my life? If your heart says no, then it's time to make a change. Letting go is not selfish, it's self-protection. It's about honoring yourself enough to say, I deserve better. You deserve to be surrounded by people who love you for who you are, without trying to change you, without draining your energy, without making you feel less than. I know it's hard. Leaving behind what's familiar, even if it's hurting you, feels like stepping into the unknown. But sometimes, stepping out of your comfort zone is the only way to make room for something truly beautiful. It's okay to choose yourself, because temporary loneliness is far better than staying in a relationship that continually makes you feel empty, small, or unheard. So don't be afraid to let go. It's time to choose relationships that nurture you, that uplift you, that make you feel loved, appreciated, and understood. You are worthy of all that and more. From this moment forward, choose a life that is filled with relationships that truly deserve you. Surround yourself with people who make you feel whole, not depleted. Trust that when you make room for healthy, positive connections, you'll find yourself living a life of true peace, joy, and fulfillment. 6. Stop comparing yourself to others. How many times have you caught yourself looking at someone else's life and feeling small? Maybe they have a bigger house, a nicer car, or children who seem to have it all together. And then you ask yourself, why can't I be like them? Why don't I have what they have? But here's the truth you need to hear. Comparing yourself to others is one of the quickest paths to dissatisfaction, frustration, and a loss of self-confidence. The moment you start comparing, you begin to measure your worth by things that don't really define who you are. The fact is, everyone has their own journey. You don't know what they've been through to get where they are, nor do they know the unique challenges, triumphs, and joys in your life. Comparing yourself is like looking through a foggy window. You can see the surface, the highlights of someone else's life, but you don't see the full picture. You don't see the behind-the-scenes struggles, the hard work, the sacrifices. Ask yourself this: what kind of life do I truly want? Is it a life filled with peace, health, meaningful relationships, and personal growth? If that's your answer, then guess what? You're already on the right path. The material possessions or achievements you admire in others, do they truly bring happiness? More often than not, the answer is no. You can't measure happiness by the number of things you own or the accolades you've earned. True joy comes from living in alignment with your values, from nurturing relationships, and from embracing the beauty of your own journey. Remember, your worth is not defined by how much you own, how successful others think you are, or what you've accomplished in comparison to someone else. Your worth is defined by how you live and love, by the impact you have on those around you, and by your ability to be true to yourself. You are unique, and so is your life story. Instead of focusing on what others have, turn your attention inward. Appreciate what you already possess: the love of those who care about you, your health, the beautiful memories you've created, and the countless opportunities that still lie ahead. Let go of the habit of comparing yourself to others. It doesn't serve you. Instead, focus on your own journey, on becoming the best version of yourself. Strive to be better than you were yesterday, not to mimic someone else's life. Because in the end, life isn't a race. It's not about winning or losing. It's about how you choose to live, and you have the right to define that for yourself. From today, stop letting comparisons steal your joy. Don't look up at someone else's life and wish it were yours. Instead, look within and realize that your life, though imperfect, is rich with value, meaning, and purpose. You are exactly where you need to be, and that's something truly worth celebrating. Thank you for staying with me. Until the end of this video, I truly appreciate you taking the time to watch and reflect on this journey we've just shared. If anything I've said today resonated with you, if you found yourself nodding along or thinking, "I've been there too," I'd love to hear from you. Please leave your thoughts in the comments and share your story. Your experiences matter, and you never know who else may find comfort or inspiration in your words. And if this content has brought you value, if you feel that it could help others, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Your support means the world. And by sharing this message, you're helping to spread the message of living fully and authentically. Together, we can reach more hearts and encourage others to embrace a life that's true to them. Remember, this life is yours to shape. So, live it well, live it with purpose, and make it a journey you're proud of. I believe in you, and I'm so grateful to be a part of this moment with you.